because that is also the type of a value. And this value, so that is the concept is coming at the earlier stage when I was starting the journey of the blockchain. Then we designed that smart vehicle monitoring system. How it's a helpful, how it's a helpful for the society, how it's a helpful for it's a just a use case. Then after that I can relate with the healthcare sector, how this type of application is helpful for the healthcare. So this smart vehicle monitoring, what is the component we designed actually? We thought why not we can create such type of platform there. Who is the car owner, if want to sell some car, then he can see give all the details inside the blockchain application. And after that, who is the second owner, like who is going to purchase the car second hand, they can see all the components. Is the car is accidental, is car is some part is genuine or not, or there is a what is the health of this car, each and everything with the full report. Who is the first owner, who is the second owner, and all those things they can know all detail about that. Till this block will can go that it will not going to be as a dumper yard, like everything will be terminated and it will be that chain of that particular product will be closed. Then this type of application, how we can create it? What if the component do we need? Already one side you saw that decentralized applications like a MetaMask is there. One side is a, TypeScript for the front end development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? This type of learning we required for these languages to be developed that front end applications like a graphical user interface, right? GUI. We need to develop that. The backend, what we need in these applications, we need to be install Ganache tool. Ganache tool is nothing that is the GUI based tool that I will show you later how it looks like, what are the transactions history. So you can visualize instead of the command line. There is a command line is also there, but it's quite hard to explain for the always instructors. So always I'm preferring the GUI based, so I can visualize that okay how is the block is creating, how the things is going on. So the idea behind this smart vehicle monitoring is we are trying to store this value. Just take the example. This proposal is basically made for this POC for the who is the automation industry, who is manufacturing the car like a Benz, BMW, Tesla, and so on. So here I just given the Tata Motors example as an Indian manufacturer, one of them. So I don't want to be promote anything, but just for the reference. So what is the need? What is the things? So just take the example, one part of the any like a carburetor, wheel, or might be the window gate. So just take the example, the carburetor, it's how we can observe that this is really carburetor is working or fine or not. If this temperature will be reached some threshold value, then or some sentiments will get that, okay, then we feel this carburetor is not working properly. Or might be in the wheel, there is some damage happen, like a frictions will be increased or some vibration is going more. In that case, it will create some alert system through the cloud and it will generate some, okay, this is going to be healthy. Can calculate that this is going to be broken or is it going to be so car broken is the any point of time it is help us to be in the in any other ways we are going there and something breakdown will happen, then that is a very painful situations if you as a driving the car, right? So in these situations we are taking the node MCU or some vibration temperature sensors and vibration sensors. So if it will reach for if vibration is vibrating too much, then obviously temperature will increase a lot. If temperature will increase a lot, that means there is a something going to be happen. And in that case, if it is fully breakdown, then it's one transactions will be happen, and that microcontroller will send the one transactions inside the block. And after that, once who is the service provider, they can come and they can change this part, and regular service maintenance can be also possible. This is not only helpful for the servicing of the car and all. Also, sometimes a major accident is happening. We don't know about that. There is some if accident will happen, then insurance company can also trust on this blockchain history. They can see all the histories, how it's happened, whatever. So, like we are creating one the very good traceability component, and after that they can claim the insurance as per the damage and all those things, right? So that is very transparent, very trustworthy applications we can create. And after that, manual, like every time timely servicing is can be also possible. So like a driver and other person cannot avoid this type of scenarios. Even the second owner who is like going to buy or rent a car, they will know or they can see all the history of the car. That is how the things is happening. So just focus on this image, this user and this blockchain and this cloud bridges. Now my main focus, cloud that you already know that, like I'm just giving the example of the ThinkSpeak, but there are many more clouds out there, AWS, Azure, and all. So whatever the cloud you want, choice is yours, just like is there one of the flavor. Other side, you can see this is the like decentralized application that is basically Ethereum network, and you can see this is all the peers are connected to each other, so all the sensitive traceability information will be good. So why I created the two separate entities? That's needed. Why it's needed is because every time we don't need to send all the data in the blockchain network, because it's we need, again, this is a decentralized authority. Every time you have mine it, miners will get, you have to give some rewards, and quite expensive process than the comparison. So it's totally depend to you what is the your use case of this application. So in this manufacturing decentralized applications, we have like a single board computer interface with board, and machine will connect it with the sensors and everything, and there's all the data it will send to the cloud one side, and if anything will broke in that time, it will send in the blockchain. So two things it will work at a one time. Is it clear? Okay, now this part is clear, I think. Then what will happen if I will send the data on the cloud? You can do like health of your wheel. You can check that what is the health of this carburetor, machinery things, or any engine. You can check all those components in the health things. Like 80% is used, or like a 40% is used. So before getting any breakdown, you can replace or you can do the regular maintenance of this particular. So it is avoid the any like uncertain conditions, any failure during your journey. Then it will save you much time and in the horrible situations. Is it clear? Now I'm coming to this next part, that is the second demo, that is based on AI layer, and we use the Gemini API. So this demonstration, I will show you that like how we can connect and all. So firstly, I will just give little bit brief about that in this sessions, what we are going to talk about, what are the other stuffs we have, what are the tools we are going to discuss. Okay, so in this is basically digital twin of the healthcare monitoring system. In this digital twin healthcare monitoring system, we used generative AI, that is API, we use Gemini API. So if you will observe like your healthcare data like ECG value, pulse value, temperature of the body, and few scenarios we have, few parameters, not all of the parameters. Obviously, this is just like one proof of concept for you, but you can connect many more as per your requirement, as per your need, as per your applications. So through the digital twin, you can visualize your all the layers, like which part of the body is getting or some there is issue, and according to those data sets, what we are taking from sensors, it is observing and it is storing all the data sets in the smart contract, because it's needed, because it's all related to the healthcare data sets, and this information should be not be mm, like it should not be compromised, right? So that is the main of the goal, and that's why we are storing inside the blockchain. Hardware component, what we needed, we need a microprocessor. So for this microprocessor, we are using microcontroller Raspberry Pi, and for the sensors data, we are using here ECG sensor. We don't have a sensors, but we are using like random data generation. But I will show you that how you can connect this. That so in the my program, everything is mentioned, so it's very easy to get the points, all those stuffs. So in this microprocessors and the sensor data, what we are trying to do, we are trying to connect to each other. We are sending the data on the blockchain. Blockchain will get the analysis, storing all the informations, and whatever the data is getting that. So Gemini API, it will send those data to this like OpenCV, and this Open Gemini will what he will do, he will do some analytics. Okay, if you have a certain body temperature is this, then you are facing these issues and all. So it will give like assistant, it will provide you the assistant, like a self assistant for you, is like your personal assistant for your healthcare. Does it make sense? I hope you're excited to see this demo, because this is really very cool demonstration and visualization. You will feel also good. So these are the other things I'm not going to discuss right now. Before doing these discussions, I want to go more. So firstly, I will start with this, a smart vehicle monitoring system, and one other application that is a decentralized application that is called smart hospital monitoring, a smart hospital rating application. Means you can do the rating of your hospitals, what are the best services and all. So that is also the one of the decentralized application, but all are interconnected, all tools are using the same, only the different use cases we created with the different demands. So don't need to worry about that. So all the tools, if you are familiar with the one tool, so second time no need to worry about that, okay, because it's a working functionality is almost same. Okay, good. So any questions in this demonstration? Like anything you want to share something, any thoughts you have, or anything you want to build? And after that, also we are not only the fix this one. We have also few current project that is going on the real time, that we are working with the blockchain, front end development, back end development, and there is a few requirements is also there. And I will show that how the real time development is also going on. So in my system, it's all code are there. I can show everything how this works. But that is quite confidential. So, but we can show at least the learning perspective. So how we can create, how to set up the benchmark, what are the things, tools is it is required for that. Like once we are going the industry level development and all. Okay. Okay, good. Then now I'm moving to the next slide. That is this one. Perfect. Not this. This one. Good. So this is the structure of the Ethereum, like a firstly IoT development kit. I'm just going to little bit brief about this board, so you can connect and you can know about that how the things will work. So one side, if you can see in this side here, temperature, humidity, light sensors, ultrasonic sensors, and all the gas sensor is there. So you have to just connect it like this. So if you don't have a knowledge much about this controller hardware, so it's a very beginner boards. So you can just develop your application on the blockchain side. You don't need to much know about that, how controller works, how does LCD works. Just you can play and little bit you have to be knowledge about the Python script. Then after that also you can create the application. So that's why its board is designed such a way that who is not very familiar with the hardware stuffs also, they can do it. As a computer engineer, we can understand this pains sometimes, if hardware, you see that okay in the console, and also it's a quite worried, okay, how we can do that. It's something like this. So in this case, it will be help you. There, like in this board, you will see this is the numbering wise. We are given that LCD display is there, DHT11, light sensor, ultrasonic sensor, gas sensor for observing the gas values in the ppm, particle per minute, meter. So and also there is a soil moisture sensors is there, so it can just observe some soil moisture values. Bluetooth module is there for Arduino. If you have some analog sensors, then you can directly connect with the Arduino itself, buzzer, and all those things. So step is involved in like over Raspberry Pi 3 model. You can flash this Ubuntu, download Raspberry Pi, and after that you can use the GitHub Ethereum. And after that you can create multiple types of account, Ethereum accounts, and you can connect with the main node. And this Raspberry Pi will be act as a node. And after that you can able to do the transactions in the real time environment. Is it clear? So these slides I will send you later, and then after that might be if you have some Raspberry Pi or some other board, then might be you can test it. But this is only made for the Raspberry Pi, so you can test these commands and you can just give the feedback. Is it working for you or not? So this is the sudo system mctl enable get. So you should enable it, and after that, once it is created, then you can able to create the accounts, new accounts, and after that you can see all the web3 network id and console, and you can see all the account details with the public key, private key, and everything. You will get it out. But everything will work on the console. You will not get any GUI because of the memory constraint. They are it will be very slow. Means they have nowadays they have few of the GUI based, but again it will be slow. Always is better if you will use with the console based programming. Okay, this is the one of the like if you are dealing with some type of application, I would say, like if you are dealing with some account system, you want to do the machine to machine transactions. If you want to do, just take the example. I'm just giving the use case why it's important. If you want to give transact some money, one like a car want to pay to the some petrol pump, right? So they can do the internally transactions as per how much gases you filled in your tank, right? So it will be done. Then auto transactions from the your e-car wallet will be done, and everything will be happen automatically. There is no needed human interaction at all. So that is the basically the concept built for this POCs. Now I'm coming back to the main model, basic model, that is a smart vehicle monitoring system using blockchain. That is a setup of the Ethereum development environment, deployment, a smart contract. I'm just explaining about the smart vehicle monitoring system, but the question is, it's not limited. Just take the example, you need to do create some maintenance system for healthcare, machineries. Like if you have some ECG machines and we don't know it is working fine or something, and regular maintenance is required, then this type of laser will be help to those machinery maintenance, and obviously insurance of the people and everything. So who is the reliable for that? So reason is the machinery fault, or is like a doctor faults or something. So this all the records, it will be stored inside the blockchain. So that is the reason I'm explaining this demonstration, because it's a very sensor based controller. So we are going to understand how we can store the value sensors data in the blockchain, and that is the goal. So you can think in the list of the use cases. There is a just you have to build your thoughts, and after that you can create it. Deploy the simple web page in Track, so Ethereum can be see all the transactions and everything. So already I explained, I'm just speaking part. So this is the schematic diagram of this board. So what is happening, I'm just giving the example of this. So just take the example of the window. So like a door, if a door opening and close, there is a magnetic switch is there inside. So if magnetic switch is broken, or temperature is something, humidity sensor, or any failure is happen in this wheel, then we will assuming that there is a something broken, or this wheel is not working properly. In that case, that data will send the transactions to the blocks, and after that they can able to create this user one, user two, and they can also trace all the details. So I believe this is schematic diagram is very clear for you. You can understood what exactly I want to say, right? So one side, just a minute. One side, we are collecting the data. Oops. Uh-huh. One side, we are collecting the data here. Mhm. One side, we are collecting the data from the sensors here. After that, there is a controller. So controller will send the data, and it will store all the values, whatever the happen, like, we can the text format, and it will store. So everyone can trace this data. Silly, clear, simple, and just we have to achieve this one. Now the multifunctional board, little bit already I given this. So this is the two adapters, soil moisture probe, and all those things we have to explain. Accessories is included with this one. So here you can see in this details. I took the example of the carburetor here. You can see this is carburetor machine HD is 123, and after that, once manufacturer is Tata Motors, owner ID is this, and once it is connected, then we are going to send the data, and you can see all the timestamp it is displaying here. So new part is replaced. So this is quite old demo. So that's the screenshot I took very early. So that's fine. Okay, now the second image is like a agriculture food supply chain management concept is almost same. So this is in the demonstration. In this use cases, we are planning to do, okay, if some farmer want to create some this type of a system there, who is the farming, because we are so conscious about the bio farming, so we don't want to use more chemicals because there is a lots of side effects happening, and because of that every people want to be know more about that bio farming concept, and who can rely, like how we can rely on this system. So in that system also blockchain can be help us to trace every the productions, who is a farmer, who done the production, who is the vendor, consumers, and into it will come to the consumer, right? So we can trace everything, all the records, and that is the one of the trustworthy connections we can make it, and uh, we can get it. For this, we had many schematic diagrams we designed for this flame sensor. If there is something happened in this farming or what, so in the farming what are the chemical level was there of the soil, what are the soil moisture is there, and we can use all that different gadgets. So this is just like a use case, but we need a really different types of parameters, like what is the pH value of the soil and all. So you can use also the pH sensor here, and you can take all the data. So it's all about that, what you want to observe the parameter, what is the need, what is the need for this development, what is the need of this type of application, what are the parameters is required. So all those parameters you can connect with the controllers and you can send it. Okay, now I'm coming to the next one, like agri-food supply chain management. This is basically happened. So 1000 kg star markers and electrical sensor is there, chemical sensor more than the threshold. So we can observe something like that. Okay, if some value will be reach the threshold value more than that, then that's really food is not good. And after that, manual quality assurance cell will say that, okay, this food is not up to mark to consider as a bio organic food, so this will not comes under the Bible. So we can do the quality assurance as well as with help of this one, total supply chain management. You know that everything is connected. So because of the food supply chain, again, that is the cause of the lots of disease and all. So that is very important. And then I thought how we can do this type of things for the farmers and making the end consumer can take the advantage of this application and get all about the trust, like who is a manufacturer and everything. Okay, now the question is that for these applications, what do we need? What are the components is required to develop this one? So for this environmental in details, we need obviously the hardware components. That's what sensors you are using, want to use sensors, controllers, and one is the Web3 JS, that is basically the connecting with your front end and back end with your test RPC, it will connect. And this I was talking about Ethereum node Geth that was installed earlier. And this version controlling, like, everything's update. If you have to do something, then it will be update all the things. HTML, CSS that already Prabhakar shared about that, how to create the HTML page, what are the CSS pages, how to do the designing, because visuals is very good to GUI is very important for the user-friendly interface for the our customer. Then the only that will give more attractions for your clients. Other side is the solidity. A smart contract should be work as a very smooth manner and it should be execute as per the certain conditions will meet, then it automatically execute. That's why it's called a smart contract, right? So if some certain period of time, like some certain time limit will reach that particular condition, then this contract will execute automatically without any interaction with the humans or any other person. So that's why we need this contract, and that's why it become very popular, because this is just like, and what is a smart contract? This is just like a piece of code that is written in the solidity, and we are giving that all the array, whatever the database, what are the value you want to store, and in the byte format, and it is storing inside that network. So this Solidity framework is connecting with the WB3, Web3, and after that is sending to the entire Ethereum world computer, like all the networks. And use applications you can deploy anywhere in the cloud, that like you saw that, that is connected with the MetaMask, and this chain, it is everywhere in the every peers it is available. So that's the whole structure. Any questions so far in this structure? Anything, any technical things you are not clear? JSON, test RPC, I hope everything can, right? So you can just sending the data in the JSON format, it is just taking that, because it can't, like Solidity contract can't directly interact interact with this smart application. They have to convert in this JSON format, and after that is creating to each other in this JSON way. Any questions? Okay, so I'm just trying to see this. If any questions in this chat box, if no questions, then we'll immediately move to the.
Someone is having any question, they can put up on chat box.
Yes. Okay, good. So let me see my chat box if it is something is there. Okay, no questions. So I believe everything is going clear, or nothing is clear. There is two only conditions can be possible. I believe everything is clear. Okay. So I'm assuming everything is clear and I'm moving forward then next. If you have any questions or something, might be you have asked some, okay, can we do this way? Can we take this one? Why do you are using this tool? Can we use another tool? Then please openly you can ask that questions. We have many tools. We are just not, even I don't recommend to stick with one tool. I'm just giving the whole idea. These are the things is available and we are used this tool. Might be the better tools is available. It's totally depend to your application, your choices, what you need, and who is your end customer, right? What is basically what problem you are going to solve it. Okay, good. Then now I'm moving to the Node.js. So I hope everyone you aware about that Node.js. So this is one of the backend development. We are using this Node.js, and front end also we are using Angular or React. So whatever Prabhakar shows us that this is mostly React.js, and here also we are mostly we are working with the React.js, and this is also very popular. Then I would suggest if you learn React, then that would be better for you to be develop other applications also. So here also I'm using React.js, and in this Node.js, we are using like a different types of Web3 applications you'll get. Second one is a tool what we are using. This is Truffle. Truffle is like a development environment where we can testing framework to create the pipeline to connect the Ethereum. And this is the very major role of the Truffle. That's why we are using that. And it's aiming to make the life Ethereum developer easier. Like, otherwise very hard to make the connections, and it is lots of, troubleshooting errors we are finding that. And Truffle making the task easy. Building the smart contract compilation, linking, deployment, and binary managements, everything is taken care by the Truffle. And installation of the Truffle is very simple command, that is npm install c Truffle. So it will globally install. Dash is nothing but that is a globally install in your Truffle and in your system, and the latest version it will load in your node. Clear? And there one file will create that is called module, and you can see this version in the package.json file. So what are the version of your Truffle, everything it will be there. I will come to that. I will show all the things. So this is the one of the Truffle framework, like how it looks like, how it's interacting with this environment, Ethereum virtual machines. So this is the decentralized application UI. It's interacting with the RPC Web3. So that's why the role is coming. So it's always application Web3 is very important role to connecting with your graphical user interfaces. And after that, Web3 is connecting with the test RPC virtual network and this EVM like a Truffle is. So this all the this is all the Truffle framework. So that is our internally contract is bytecode is deployment in the Solidity. So I hope you can just make your mind make up. So this is the flow how the application is working. Clear? Okay, and here we are using the testnet because we are not working in the mainnet. What is the mainnet? Difference between the mainnet and testnet? Mainnet is like a main network where you need a real ethers, and once your testing will be done through the testnet, then those application you can deploy in the mainnet, and after that everything's it is paid, nothing is free. Then you have to pay always transactions for everything, and is this all the chain will be creating in the real mainnet network. Good. So this is React app, React applications. This is the one of the front end best tool, like a platform. There we are using that front end development and everything. So you can use that Angular also if you are comfortable with that. Even might be if you are good in the Python, I would suggest Python. But here we are using the React. So this is quite good because it's a very easy to write the code in the JavaScript, and also you can do HTML, CSS, everything is supporting. So as per your need, you can just do the customization of the GUI, and it's easy. So you can see that in the later application why it's easy and how it's working. Other one is the Ganache tool. Ganache tool is basically the personal blockchain Ethereum, you can say. So everything will be stored. It's like a local server in the during the development, and you can visualize all the blocks, code, and all. So that's why this is one of my favorite tool. So during my presentation demonstration, it is easy to see. But in the background test RPC is working, and this Ganas is available on the Windows, Mac, Linux. So if you are other flavor user like Linux, if you are using, then also you will get it out. So there is a two ways to use the Ganas. Actually, test RPC, like Linux based command, might we just put the command, and you can see all the blocks in this, like with the you will get the 100 dummy ethers, and you can see all account number and everything there, and that will provide 10 Ethereum accounts with 100 Ether, and you can use whatever as per you use. When you launch the Ganas, the screen shows some details about that. That I will show that later, and I think I'm skipping this part, so it's better to show theoretically. I will demonstrate this. Test RPC one is the Node.js based Ethereum client, so it's interacting with your Ethereum network. And this Ethereum.js is simulate full client behavior and make the developing Ethereum application much faster. So it's like creating in the JSON format, and after that JSON is easy to communicate with the front end. You know already, right? So it's include all popular about that RPC function like events you have to create deterministically. Like if you want to development something, then it is useful. Atom. Earlier, we used usually the Atom, but that is not very professional use. I would suggest instead of Atom, this is just like an editor, Visual Studio or Eclipse or whatever you want to use, just use it. But there and that time, Atom or Eclipse you can use. So this time I'm using Visual Studio, so I hope that is fine. So these are the few screenshots. I think I will show you later. Direct jumping on the code, and I will explain each and everything. Okay. So these are the command line, and this part is developed. So this part is done from decentralized application part. This part is for the IoT development kit. If you have a Raspberry Pi, then your sensor network should to connect with your decentralized application. That only that's the main network connections will establish. Like how I can explain this? Just let me select the pane. So this is your IoT board. This is your peers, all the peers, blockchains, peers. Then this sensor data, and this is deployed. Your decentralized application is deployed here. I think I will just give the name D. And this sensor data, we have many more sensors is connected with this controller. And this controller data will send this request. Okay, this the value it is, and this value will store, and it will split in the all entire networks. I believe everything is clear. Flow is okay, good. Now I'm moving forward directly to the coding stuff. Let me skip this one. Discard. And moving to the code now. So this is the code. Firstly, I would like to shade about this machine maintenance. So let me open the folder. Might we will get something. So I will just explain the code. I will not run because I have to show other demos also. So again, I will come that and I will explain all about this, how it's working. Good. So as Prabhakar told that we have always need to write the contract. So contract is here. I just given the name that is called maintenance.solidity. So it's maintenance.solidity can be anything. It can be you can write for your machines like a machine name. It can be your machine can be anything. It might be ECG sensors or some medical equipment, whatever the medical equipment you want the data, that also you can add. What is the purchase date when you buy it, who is the owner of this machine, and who is the manufacturer. This information basically I want, because I want to see that this information is really who is the main owner of this, and then after that we can create the services. So any failure will happen during the time, it will save the value of the timestamp. So what are the current time string of the remarks, okay, and auto remarks he will give that, okay, this is failure because of the high power supply, or might be the failure of because of low maintenance or something like any unnatural things will happen. Then the certain condition, if you will follow in that certain condition, it will give some uh, like a remarks on it. Address requester who is created, because you know that every user have a connected with his address, right? If you remember in the first visual demo, I saw that there is a one public address and private address, right? The private address is like, it's a private key, like, private key, they can do the sign of that particular private key. And public address is like they can address, they can share with anyone to get the wallet. Like it might be, if you are talking about the cryptocurrency, then anyone can send your money in your account. So that is like a type of a public key type. So here in the address public creator, you can see this is the unit public in number machines, and mapping service request here. So it's just sending this service request to that particular machine, and this value is in the boolean public results. You can share that this construction is public, so anyone can see this. What are the machine happened? What are the machine ID, remarks, and everything. And that's many functions I after that created, register machine ID and everything. So you can m.machine, machine name. So everything is passing to this particular variables, and it is storing those values. Okay. Nothing much. That's like a get and set method we are use, like a get, like, whatever the value we needed. I think this function is very common. If you have little bit did the some development, then you know about that getter and setter method. We are just used here. Okay. Any questions so far? So this is just about the Solidity code. Contracts we are written, that's contract migrations, address public owner key, unit public key, and migrations, everything is written. So function, so it is migration.solidity is like, it's migrating their maintenance.solidity code in the smoothly with the sender and owner who is with the sender. So these two constructors basically taking care of this, the addresses and the public address. Okay, good. So if you remember, I told that there is a modules they are creating. So this is the node module, everything is will be inside. And if you want to install something, like just put the command cd blockchain. I don't know if there or not. Okay. But npm install, and after that it will install all the npm packages file. So still there is a not, but it's giving some error because I think unable to recall dependencies trees, that we have to check what are the problem, but no worries. So we will just I will show that what are the structure of this program and how it's work. Second, we are talking about this package.json. So package.json, all the versions and everything you can see here. What are the libraries you needed for this? Then here you can see this is Babel client. This versions is required code loader, web package, and there is some web3. This is very important. What is earlier talking about 18.4, we are using webpack, can use web development server, so they can run this. Dependencies we need, so we are using the truffle framework. I hope you remember this truffle, and now I hope you have remember this structure diagram, how it's work actually, and this is that basically that truffle, and we are using 5.0.3 this truffle. Truffle config.js. This is very important file. Why it's important? Because this is the main role, like, where Web3 and all the dependencies connected. You can see in this, yeah, development in which IP address that is happening. So this is the Ganache tool. I will show that next one, the Ganache tool, how its way looks like. Oops, it's stuck. Okay, now I hope it should work. Yeah, okay, good. Quite slow. So this is the production environment. Host, you can choose a star, means you can get anything. Testnet, if before do the development, you can just testnet everything is working as expected or not. After that, you can put your host address and this port address. I'm coming to this. How you will generate this host number and port number. Okay, this host number and port number you will get in the Ganache tool. Let me open the Ganache tool. I think if I will show the screen, then screenshot, I hope you remember that, right? That is screenshot. So this Ganache tool, this is the GUI. I love to show this because this is the all the GUI based, and you can see this all the 10 accounts with the address with the balance of 100 ether is displaying here. So first account, you can see this is the one of the address, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, nine, and 10. And this indexing is giving. So if I have to use the first account, then I will just use the index 0. If index 1, then they will use this account. If you will use index 2, then they will use this account. Okay, now I'm talking about the IP addresses. Do you remember just now I had talked about this IP address, how to generate this, right? So this IP address will nothing will come from here, this server, and this server is nothing but this is 127 196. So this is your IP address, or might be if you want to work with this, that is will also work. And port number, if you want to change the port number to 754 to 854, you can do it. Even if you want to do as skip as it is all choices yours. Okay, and after that you have to just do restart. And after that you can see this is there is a no things, there is a no blocks, it's all created the blocks. So mhm, still there is a 2 or 3 blocks is there, might be I have to do once again at the old, because it's the old one is connected. Let me see, it's restarted, but it's still 2 blocks, so that's not a good idea. Cancel, quick start. I'm just trying to do scratch, so there is no confusion. Now you can say, because that is earlier I did tested, so few blocks are again, and now it's starting from 0. And once you will click over here, you can see this is the block hash. That is the value if you want to show something. Zero gas use. So this is the initial block. That is also called the Genesis block, right? If you have already theory sessions, then might be you know about that. What is the Genesis block? What is the fork? What are the things is created and everything you will know about that. So that's it. So one next good point is public key and private key, right? So this is your private key. This is very confidential. You have to keep it very safely, because if you remember in the last first demo, I told that talking about the private key and public key. So in this private key, it is doing all the signatures, transactions, data transactions, and everything. And after that, this they can approve it with this private key. Public key is your account address. So in this, you can get it. You get some money. If you have some fake ethers, then you can get it through someone, and they can do some real-time transactions as well as in the mainnet network. Okay. Now, I hope this is clear. Indexing, you understand, transactions count, you can see. So blocks, you can see it here. Transactions history, you can see it here. Contract details, once you will do all the deployment contract address, then you will do it here. Events, logs, everything you can display. So this is very good. Like, you can see if you are the initial and you are just starting in this blockchain, then this tool, you can use it. But later on, might be you can use different types of tools, but this is good to start, or might be command line CLI based, so you don't need to be much worried about that. That is quite faster than this, so that is also fine. Okay. Okay, good. So now you understood the Ganache tool, you understood this, and now I'm trying to move. Okay, yeah, mail ID will share it later in the last, sure, definitely. Okay, this is the one question. Now I'm jumping to the other one. That is, sorry. Where it is. My blocks. Yes, sharing screen. Yes. Here, okay. So this is the truffle config dots, web config.json. So all the application related information you will get it. Once you will do create the build file and everything, then it will create here. Now I'm coming to the front end. So this is all like back end and all those things. So it's connected, everything server is there and all. So this is contract, migrations, node modules, Now you everything you know, right? Front end just like HTML page, like already described by Prabhakar very nicely how to create and design. So I'm not going to teach like how to create the HTML pages all. So just a flavor, like I'm just taking how we can create it, because it's a lot, yeah, uh, it's a time taking, because again, how to create this HTML document, CSS. So here I used also the CSS file, JavaScript, application.js. So all the account variables, whatever the information we are passing, we are just giving to the recent registration machine ID, passing to the array, all the service requested. So it will display there, providing the messages and everything, right? So get machine ID is this, machine date is this one. So everything is will be stored and it will pass to the value. Now it's interacting with the machine maintenance. So this we have to do the build constructor, and here also you can see this is the machine ID that is just given that hard coded just for the example, but you can do manually there also. Okay, this is just a demo, but remember that I will share this code, might we can test it. Oh, there's some of a technical fault I'm getting that, but I will give that other demo that is a working one, but the concept is almost same, so you can understand the like very nicely how just things is working. Okay, so that's it. I just want to explain how like full structure is working, so that's why I went through all one by one, all the components and codings. Okay, now I'm going back to the next point, that is I told mm, a health like a hospital rating system. So basically, this is coming the one of the fun demo I was created, that is called movie rating app. So you can rate all your movie in that, because what is the perspective? Because there is a lots of people who is manipulating the ratings, genuine ratings. We are not getting that, and that is the reason, because of the marketing strategy and all. Now people are very, and as a new user who want to see that okay, which hospital is really good services they're providing, then I want some authenticate data. In that case, I developed this basically this application, and that is the main perspective to demonstrate, show you this one. Okay, good. So now I'm coming to the next one, file, mm, file recent, open recent one, and this is the good. Then here you can also see this is the two main UI, app UI and the rating. Okay, so just forget about the movie rating. It's think like we are giving the example of that hospital rating monitoring system. So how we can do that? App UI is a front end. Rating, there is a two way. So here I have one PPT. Firstly, I will go through it and I will explain. Then I will jump into this one. So actually, yeah, create your own decentralized. How you will create your own application, decentralized application. So firstly, you need to create the server. Always remember that if you are developing any application, even it's a decentralized application or any app, then you need two things: front end and back end. Front end for the GUI, that is the client will interact with your data. And what is the back end? This is all the business logics basically we are writing in the backend side, like how your database should be, how to schema, what are the structure of the database, what data should be stored, and everything should be happening inside the backend. So backend is basically interacting with the directly to the database. It can be your blockchain, it can be your cloud or anything. I hope this structure is clear for you. Now I'm coming to the point on the server. So server, that is basically we call some backend, and front end means like GUI, UI, and there is a different buzzwords or the different terminologies name of this. So step to create the decentralized application. I already told that Node.js is required, Atom or other editor. If you are good in this, suppose you can use what is that? Visual Studio. Then also you can use this Visual Studio, right? So this also you can use, and Ganache tool that I already showed, that Truffle framework, install Truffle framework, and npm g3. So I think you saw that, right? This all this component is the same whatever we use. So this is the basic component. This is the basic structure of any decentralized application that we need it, and you can create that one. Now in the Ganache, you can see the launch Ganache, quick create that I already discussed this part. Don't need to explain this. And you can see this is the server address, port address. This is the restart button. I already shown this one. After that, once you are going to create an application, then firstly you have to select the folder. Then you have to create your application. You can give that hospital rating monitoring app or any type of things. And after that, you can just do that, make that directory and just put rating like, whatever the rating you want to give. So that will be your backend folder. And one is create for the front end. And just do truffle initiate. So your truffle will be initiate and it will give a very good structure and it will create for you two files that is called second deploy track.json and the one is a rating.celludt. So this file and this is interdependent to each other. I will tell you how it is connected to each other and how to connect this one. In the last, you can see this is the truffle.js. So once you will put this command, this one, truffle initiate, so all the folder will automatically create for you this all the rating files and it is will generate for you. Okay. After that, this truffle.js, you have to put your MAC address that like what I shown you earlier. So you can put your IP address and port address, whatever is mentioned in the Ganache tool. Once it is done, then you can create your decentralized application like truffle compile. You can compile your truffle and you can just check whatever the contract you are written, it is working as it is or not. If you're not working, then just go and check that solidity code, what is the problem, what is the error, and just do it the iteration process and just till this is not fixed at all. So once your truffle migration will be done, then after that you will get the contract address. That contract address is very important. You have to paste inside this application. Okay, and this is the rating.abi, and you have to just click all this console ABI file, just rating.abi, and this ABI will help you to interact with the Web3 applications. So that is very important. So here, go to the Ganache tool. This already you know that my contract address is this one. Once everything's a deployment is successful, then it's coming to the client side. So backend part is done now, and you have to be the work on the front end side. So front end side linking the front end like npm g install create React app, npm install, npm install web3. So these things you have to install, and after that all installation done. Then just check in the package.json everything is appropriate in the structure or not. Is installed, which version that is installed, because sometimes it's a very problematic if you are developing, if you are using some node version different, library is using something different, then it is not compatible to each other. Then you have to figure it out. You have to just troubleshoot where the issue is, because it's just testing phase and you will get lots of idea after doing the this experiment. Okay, so now after that HTTP address will be there, rating API, you can just paste whatever you found it here, so that you have to paste in this front end so they can interact with the Ethereum setup. So they can interact with your applications and it will deploy it. So here in the place, you can replace the file. I will save this decentralized application I have, but as per your interest, if you it's really makes sense to you to create something your own or want to create something application, I will say you can just do the editing and you can make the application as per your requirement. Navigate into the app UI folder, install new dependencies like npm start, and your application will be run. And this is the environment details. I think discussed this. I'm skipping this part. Node.js already done. Truffle done. Create React app. I told that this is live iterating CSS, JavaScript, scaling many components, right? Optimize your Aptos production, obviously. So because of this reason, most of the people they love to work with the React, and it's quite easy because if you know Angular, then it's easy to switch to the React. So it's a very latest app, and they have a much more freedom to as a developer to do lots of features you can include in your application. So that's why the one of the reason they're enjoying. Okay, so Ganache tool, and then once you will deploy that, then it will create the account, it will deploy everything, server, account key, this is already covered. So, okay, good. So this is done now, and I'm going to show this code. And here, this switching network. And here in the rating, you can see this is the build file generated. So every time once you'll do the truffle migrate, this build file will generate for you. This will generate. So I'm just trying to do this at this point of time. I don't need this. Okay. Okay. So let me delete this. Anyway, oh, there's some problems. It's not connecting it. So truffle.js, this is my IP address. So I just want to connect with this IP address. But right now I have to see this. What is exact the IP address of my host? So I have my this 7545.127.0.01. So let's connect with 7545. 127 dot 0.01.7545. Okay, believe this is looks good. So anything, if you'll do this, then you will see in the console if there is some issues or what. So I have to go in the CD rating. You can see here CD rating, and I'm just inside this. And after this, I'm just trying to do truffle compile, and you can see this is the output. Will get it compile, and you can see this is the compile successful. So there is no problem at all. They are doing whatever the things it is as it is working. Okay, now the truffle compile is done. Now I have to just check how to generate the app, this part. Do you remember that? We have to create one application that is the name is app UI. Just a minute. I think it should be somewhere. Command is this. Okay, JSON screenifying.api. So this is the CD rating, and I have to put like this. Okay, this is not working because truffle console rating truffle version. Okay. So let me see the truffle compile once again. Truffle console, and inside the console, we will put truffle. Just a minute. So this is the command. What we need. Control C. So this is the binary file that will generate for you. Oops. Pasting is difficult task. Okay, let me type then stringify, and this is rating dot abi, and close it. Oh, there is some type error. JSON stringify, yes. Oh, sorry, double R. Let's see. Okay, it's working. And this is the basically the data. This binary file you have to just copy, and you have to paste in your app.ui that is inside the source file ethereum.setup. So this is the binary rating.abi file that we have to paste it, and then it is able to interact with your localhost 7545. This is the rating address. This is the same C84. Then I have to check that what is the contract they created. Then let's me control C here. And now I'm going to do last command, that is try to migrate. Let's see what's going to be happen. I hope everything works. If it is there, then it will take some problems. Yeah. So successfully deployment is done here. You can see this is the full deployment of this console. This is replacing the migrations. So it's replacing all the build file here, generating the new build file for me. And it's saving the migration chains. And this is the cost of this, total cost of the Ethereum gases. We usually are saying that, this much gas we used, and this is deploying the rating app. And here you can see this value. I means this code I did not did changes much more, but if you are interested and you want to create your own application in the like hospital monitoring system, hospital rating system, then might be this is use cases can be helpful and you can do it. I will share this code. This is just like a scratch code, so you can start from here and you can build something. That is absolutely fine. Okay, now I want to see this where it's spent. So now you can see earlier it is fully blank, and now it is, you can see this is all the details about the Ganas is displayed here. Blocks totally 0, 1, 2, 3. A total 2 blocks is created. And this is my contract address. You can see this is the contract address that what already this is there, D6C. So here you can see in this Visual Studio, D6C. No, this is different. So I need to just a minute. I need to copy this one, this contract address, and I have to put this. So you can see contract address will be always same in the first block. Also, this is the contract address. And this is the TX data. If you will decrypt this data, then you will get the real value. What are the text? And you can do this. So, okay. Mhm. So, Command C. Sorry, I'm currently working with the two different operating systems. So sometimes copy is not working because Windows is different, Mac is different. So that is one problem. So here now I'm going to paste this contract here and control V. See, this is the problem. Okay, anyway. So this is the, yeah, basically that is basically I want to show this contract, how it's the deployment and everything. And the front end also, it is be running if it is properly. This address, then how it's tab and Visual Studio. Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I take, okay, let me do it manually. Paste. Oh, but where will you have to find this one? Okay. And now this is done. Okay, now this is the contract address. I pasted here. If all okay, then it should to work fine. Then otherwise it will give some error. And you have to troubleshoot it. CD app UI enter, and let's see if we can run this application. Npm start. Just cross finger and believe it will work. Working fine. That's good. This looks like for me. Okay, here. This is the old file. This is printer. Not needed this, but this is working fine. Now you can see this is this live application is running on this, and welcome to the Ethereum movie rating app. Here you can change the HTML file. I can tell you that how you can change this. This is just simple program. Here you can do whatever the edit page in this text HTML, and as per your application, you can just create this template. So it's not a big issues. Okay, little bit stop. So title is React app, and here you can so this. So in this app.js might be here is the app name is there. So here you can see this is all Star Wars and everything. So if you want to change instead of some name like something like aims or something, and you want to create that, that would be so good. So I'm just giving the flavor, and after that all the ratings app it will be stored here to go. Here is this, yes. So now you can see this is the reflection is done. It is coming because you have to again change in the backend as well as then only it will going to be rate this application. Okay, so you have to change in this Solidity programming as well as, and then everything will be work out. And once you will do the rating, I know this is the just like a phrase diagram, like because rating you have to do login, then authentication is a random rating, so anyone can do it and multiple times. So this is just scratch like how it's connecting with the local server, what's the things is happening in the block. You can see this is now it's a 5 block is generated here. Earlier it was 2, and just now it is created in the 1342 minutes. Here you can see this is the hash value and everything's data is connected. So this is the full end-to-end application, the backend side. And any questions? So in this, I hope everything is clear so far. Okay, now I'm just moving in the chat. I just want to see if there is any questions or something is there, then I can pick some questions, and after that I will move forward. No questions? Now I'm on the screen. If you have any questions, you can just immediately text me, and I would love to give answer for this. No questions, nothing, then might be so complicated or it's too easy for us. If it's easy, then I would say then then let's move for the quite complicated and complex one. Are you ready? Okay, if you are not, then also I'm moving on. Okay, great. So fine. Now I'm in this where it is my program. It is in this system. Yes. So that's it. I know that this is a few of the other critical things like JavaScript, JSON files, and all. Do you have a need lots of front end, back end experience? It will take time. Who is a beginners? I would suggest give some time and just try to understand how it works and all. Slowly, you will grab out all those concepts and things. So there's no need to worry too much. So it's how much you learn. If you're really curious, then it's all easy. Okay. Now I'm just closing this because next project I don't need this actually, and in this also I don't need this, and sorry, I just checked that what is the Indian regulation says, but there was no such information. Okay, now I'm coming to my Visual Studio, and here explaining the directory code. But before going to the code, I have one presentation slide that is blockchain-based healthcare monitoring system. This is the one. Just try to understand all the things component. What is the main concept to create this one? this is connected with the digital twin and everything, real-time patient monitoring system. Always you remember that what I'm just talking about, that is it's not somehow connected. It's not everything is connected on Raspberry Pi. It's a connected Raspberry Pi with some local cloud that is inside my local PC that is communicating through in the same local network, and we are doing that. But till now, we did not deploy everything on Raspberry Pi because of the constraint of the like SD card. They have some limited processing power and all those things. Because of that, we are doing something this way. But other way is also there. If you want to do some real-time blockchain application, you want to create that everything on the micro, credit card size Raspberry Pi itself, you want to deploy everything, that is possible. We tested and we found that that is really good application. Sorry, just a small 1 minute break I'm taking. My battery is going to discharge, so I have to plug myself. Oh, okay, this is here. Just 1 minute. So my laptop is now feeling hungry, and now it's good. Okay, now it's connected and I can do it without any interruption. Okay, so it's a secure AIoT driven digital twin for real-time patient monitoring system. In this, it is we are created some 3D model. So there is all the patients it will see in this the virtual environment. You can see this digital twin. Okay, what are the temperature value, what is the heart rate, and what is the pulse rate, and so on. So in this, this is the introduction about this continuous. You can track your health record, and if you have some problems or something fluctuations is happening, then you can connect your application with the Gemini API, and it will be give some insights about you. Okay, what are the if this type of fractions and there is a gap is happening, then what will happen? There is something we need to worry about it. It's like a personal care with the chatbot of with help of Gemini API. So we are considering blood pressure, heart rate, body temperature, and oxygen level in your body. So this is a 4 parameter right now we are going to demonstrate, and after that we are just turning in the red whenever the parameter exceeded the safe threshold value and indicate the critical health condition is not good. You have to retake care. In such cases, critical data automatically stored in the blockchain and ensure it because it's not it's a temper proof and it cannot be mutable, like it's immutable, secure, and auditable record and everything, right? So these are the things, and helping to the users like inform actions, maintaining the improvement of the your health status, and lots of things you can do. It means this is just like a few parts we cover, but might be you can do the your health predictions and all those things that is possible, and suggestions with the help AI, what nutrients we have to take it to recover your this type of issues and all. So that is also possibilities are there. The concept of the digital twin in the healthcare, the blockchain is like a virtual representations. You will get it with the help of digital twin. Personalize your healthcare. So it's patient can use track the health data, secure all those data, and the continuous you can monitor yourself. So that already I told multiple times. So I'm just skipping this part. And now this is the digital twin. You can see this is the blood pressure, heart rate, body temperature, everything is calculating. It's displaying in the screen, this in this block diagram, and storing in this in the blockchain. And after that, you will get some suggestions with the Gemini API, and you will get some what you have to do. So installation process, what you have to do to install, what you have to install inside your Raspberry Pi. The step one is a star local blockchain node. You have to create the blockchain node inside your Raspberry Pi. And what is the command for it? Ganas CLI. Do you remember that? This is the same Ganas what we are showing in this our laptop, like in our system in the GUI format. But here we are using the client mode because GUI mode it is not feasible for this Raspberry Pi because we need a more CPU power and GPU power, and again it will be slow if you will try to do something like this. So client mode is always because you already know that how the blocks is working, what is the transaction. So here you can understand and you can create it. Second, once you are done, then you can navigate this project. I will save this project also, and I will explain that what in this project is digital twin and under the blockchain, and just do truffle initiate. So everything it will be happen in this your Raspberry Pi. Is it okay? So this is only based on the Raspberry Pi. There is no like this is serverless. Like there is everything will be happen with the MetaMask and everything. So it will be Web3. Sorry, it will be connected with the Web3 and it is store all the things in the Ethereum platform directly. Like how Prabhakar shown earlier. So there is no internal storage, nothing. There is no database, nothing is there. Here truffle compile, we just doing that. So we will test that everything works as it is and migrate to deploy the blockchain in the our things. If you remember, I was last time I was talking about the ABI. This is the same binary interface that is integration with the Flask backend in app.ai. So this copy this contract address and ABI and it will terminal. So it will interact with you. How you can do this? By using this one. So step 4, integrate a smart contract with your Flask. So in this step 4 itself, like you have to run your digital twin and you have to Flask server, you have to keep on. And after that, you have to run Python app.py. So once you will run this, execute this command, then your app.py file will be executed. And after that, you can live the run server, like a live server, you can run it and you can see this, okay, everything is working fine. Okay, and you can step 6 like enabling the AI recommendations. Gemini API will give your some suggestions and whatever that as the basis of the text, whatever it is generated by the data your sensors. These are few screenshots, so you can just visualize it. So here, let me select my pen. So this is the same 10 Ethereum blocks, what I was talking about the Ganas. This is the same Ethereum block with the 100 ethers. I hope you are able to connect it, right? All the applications, whatever demonstrate to you. It's all interconnected to each other, but it's all like, label one by one. So if I will directly explain this, then it is might be soon not able to visualize because it's all the CMD based and all. So now I hope you can relate it, you can understand all the structures. For this all available accounts, this is the private key that is given, all these 10 private keys, and this is stored in this wallet in this memories. Clear? This is the gas price that is going to be used and everything. Second, to truffle compile, once you'll do, then your compilation will be done. So everything earlier we are doing in my local machine, but this time we are doing in this command based and it is happening on the Raspberry Pi. Okay, and now you can see once I will running this Python app.py, then it is allocating to the address 192.168. That is the IP address of Raspberry Pi that is connected, but it depends what is your IP address. If it is changed, because sometimes it's randomly changed, then also we need to check it, and it will display this application there. Second, then after that, you can see visual screen something like this, and you can see your all the body temperatures, body pressure, heart rate, glucose level, and once you will click over this in the get recommendations, then you will get one pop-up screen and you can get all the details about it. Is it clear? Any questions? So in the last, you can see this is the get AI recommendation for the Gemini, and you will get all the recommendations like a 50 BPMs, cloud initiative, varieties, includes, and all. So yeah, if you are good with that, then you can correlate also what is the pattern. But right now, everything is generated, and these are the things. Let me discard. I don't want to save this. And now, once again, let me take the remotely access of my application controller here. And file, open recent. I'm using this laptop only just explain the digital twin, but remember that this is also available on the Raspberry Pi. So firstly, I will explain the code, and after that, I will run this code and I will show how it's work. Okay, agree with this flow? Good. So this is my digital twin application, uh, and this is the blockchain. So build file is generated. Always remember that once you will migrate something, then build file will generate because it's a building your applications. And this build file, sometimes it will block the build file if it is not your code is appropriate and all. So just then troubleshoot it. Just check that what is the issues. So here in this contract, you can see this is the health data dot solidity. Always, as usual, we are writing the Solidity code, programming Solidity languages, reading the public ratings, event new readings, functions, add readings, public, healthcare, push the data like a blood pressure, like saving the data, sending the data, like, always we are just using the variables and we are sending this, right? It can be a movie rating, can be like a machine ID, it can be anything, right? So this is the structure is almost same. Flash.server. So here this is quite tricky. I instead of I'm using Node.js or I'm using front end React.js, I used here Python. So app.py, right? And in the app.py, basically this Flask I used. You can say that I use Flask framework, and this Flask framework will provide the if you are good in the writing the Python code, then that is appropriate tool for you. Okay, so this is the one of the examples. You can see this is the ABI that is copied from this file during this, and after that it's pasted here. Second file is like migrations. You can see this is the deploy the contract migrations files is there. And what is else important here? Build is just like they build. Once you'll do that, this is all the JSON folder. Package.json, that is very important. So whatever the versions you need. So here I use this index and version is given that, and this all the echo and for the test specifications. Not much more needed, anything. And this is config.json. I use this 127.0.8545 network ID. So remember that these all are the same. I hope you all are aware about this. So I'm not going to explain again the same thing because this is all the development host. So what is this host IP address? Is it the same one? What is the GANAS we are used that? Do you remember that? In this GANAS, we used 8545 for the port and the host 127.0.01 we used. And network ID, I just given a star, so it is open for all. I believe everything is clear, right? Good. This is the HTML page. And here you can see this is all the visualizations and everything. So of the page is there. And this is the main directly file, like, distance, like orbit controls. You can just rotate it. So it looks more visualizations and more appealing applications. Ground planes, spotlights, normal ranges. You can see this. I commented this, all those things for the reference. And all, not much more things, just a window resizing and all. So it's all about that structure. So whatever the movement we are doing this, so we are written here. Okay, so now I think we have only 30 minutes now, and we have cover a few more things. So we are just moving to the next. Yeah, means ask any questions if you have, then might be I can take few couple of questions, and again I will move forward then. So here is the heart rate monitoring. So it's taking the value from the heart rate, blood pressure, whatever variable it is saying, and it is displaying there. Is it okay? It's a quite big code. I told that so almost 228 line, but that is still less. So one by one, once you'll go through it, then you will know it. No, and this is the Raspberry Pi URL. So it will connect that one. Okay, now I'm coming to the next. That is Raspberry Pi once again back. Oops, it's still sending the data. Okay, let me close this one, Control C, terminated. And now I'm going to close this. I believe not needed now. Cancel, cut this. Okay, don't save. Okay, so this is the main file. Now, I just want to show a few things here. I just pointed out Ganas CLI. Okay, so running anything before first, I'm just telling that. So this same file, whatever I just explained you, this is the Raspberry Pi screen. Okay, let me firstly show that this is the Raspberry. So don't confuse between this, which one is the Raspberry Pi screen and which one is the laptop screen. So this is the Raspberry Pi screen. Once you will have a Raspberry Pi, if you have a Raspbian OS installed inside the Raspberry Pi, then this screen will be visible something like this. Okay, and here you can see in the corner there is a programming. There is a two types of Thorny and Zini. And you can use any of the editor. This is the browser. You can use Firefox or might be Chrome. And these are the graphics, sound, videos, and some other stuff. So this is the screen. So if you will do something like you will download it your code, then mhm. If you will download the code, then I'm just trying to open the file manager, but somehow I'm failed. I don't know why. Okay, this is better. So here is the desktop. Desktop, you can see this is all the file, whatever we the desktop, we are able to see here. And this is the downloads file. So this is the digital twin. So this zip file, if you want to test or something by your end, you can test it. So in this case, you don't need like a Raspberry Pi. If you want to test this one also in your PC, also it will work. Okay. But this is why I using the Raspberry Pi, because I need to be connected the real-time sensor value. I want to connect with the real values, and I want to do that. That's why we use this one. So in the digital twin, you can see this is the file structure that what I was explained there, and everything is inside. Okay. So main.js, index.html, public, and this is the inside the blockchain. Okay, I'm not going through the whole file, but I will say that I'm going to explain the command one by one, how it's work. Okay, so in this command, firstly, what we have to do, we have to run the backend server. What is the backend server? Ganas client. So for this command, GANSCHE, and hit the enter. Then after that, you can see after a few seconds, there is all the details you can see over here. So this is the details, what screenshot earlier I shown you. This is the same available, all the accounts 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and all 100 Ethereum accounts. Okay, so private key, it is all corresponding with the index. So 0 is supposed to be the first account, 1 is the second, and so on. Everything is stored inside the Raspberry OS, the local server, in this hardware devices. So server, we have to keep it on, like as earlier I told that, because everything transactions you can trace here itself. So I'm just minimizing this because I need this. Later on, we will see all the traces. Good. Now the second one is app.py. We have to run it, right? So now for this, we have to go in the folder structure for this app.py, where it is in the public front, sorry, blockchain and class server here. Let me, this is quite painful time, but let me open. Okay. So we have app.py. This is the editor of the Genie editor. And if you are not able to see or properly visual, then just let me know. Might be I can do some zooming, or might be I have a gamifier. Zoom. magnifying glass. I think it should work. Uh-huh. So I think this is much better. So here you can see this is the app.py, and we are going to run this one now. So here I can see in this screen now. So here you can see this is the running, and this is the server running on the HTTP 192.168.36.5,000, right? So this is the IP address that is running on. Your application is server is running, backend is already running, so everything looks good for me. And now one more activity we have to do, that is we have to run this. Just a minute. So here we need to run the live server, right? We need to do what do you have to do in the live server run. So cd desktop, oh sorry, cd downloads, and in the downloads it is name is digital tune, right? cd digital tune, and just you can see this folder, and index.html is here. Then here I will just give the one command. I want to run the live server. So let's see, live server, and boom. Good. Now it's redirecting. I'm just closing now. It's not required magnifying glass here.
Read from
Mhm.
here. 192.168.0.36. PNC. Real PNC pure.
Oops. Let me close this. Close window. And now it looks better. Okay, good. So now you can see this is successfully implemented. You can see this is the blood pressure is increased much. Then it's a red signal. I will keep it little, zoom this. Then you can, oops. Okay, now it's fine. Then you can see this is the blood pressure. It's a heart rate 73. One side is the glucose, and this is template you can design as per your, But this is quite nice. See, if you can do something like this. So you can zoom in out, and it's really very fun to play with this actually. So blood pressure is there, oxygen saturation level is still in the red zone, and you can ask these questions, get recommendations, right? Okay, so here is detailing that AI analysis, the providing health sensor regarding show some potential concerns, low blood and pressure, and this is the MGH in this considers the pressure. Normal blood pressure is generally considered is 90 by 60. Your is this one, low blood pressure causes the diseases and everything. So it will give all the sentiments, what can be the reason, what can be the issues can be happened, So this is possible. Okay, so any questions so far? So after that, otherwise I will go to the blood pressure and heart rate monitoring, and I will explain how to connect with the real-time sensors. Because this I just did for testing purpose, so I just took the random values, but you can connect with the real-time sensors also. But before moving towards, I want some questions from you guys. How you feel? What, any suggestions, any things, any thought you want to share with us, then most welcome. Okay, let me see some questions. Okay, any questions? So I'm just taking small 2 minutes pause here. And if you have any questions, then ask me. Otherwise, I will again move to the back and I will explain how to change the random values and all those things. Any questions? You can put in the chat box if you have. No questions? Okay, so just I'm taking a few more seconds. If you have any questions, then we'll check and just see this, how it works. Just a little bit observe. And let me refresh this. See this, how it's worked now. Okay, good. Then if you have no questions, then I'm moving forward. And I'm going to show that how you can do the changes inside the code. If you are beginner, then it's quite difficult, I can understand. But if you have done earlier, then I think it's the best to do something similar application. I think you can design it. Okay, now just jump this screen share again. And here I need to show your Genie applications, that is here, app.py. See, I'm just explaining few of the libraries, what we use, Cosh for this different mm, like webs we are using that, different permissions we need that. That's why we are using the Flask cross for different URLs, and import random. So it's giving the random values for my sensors, and import web3. You already know that, right? We use multiple times. Okay, Flask, and this is for the Flask application, like server is created that, and here we are using, this is 127.9. This is a Ganache URL that is connected. And I would like to focus more on the data side. So here, this is generate the random sensor.data. Are you able to see this? Is it visible for you guys? Okay, so in the generate random the sensor data, you can see this is the 85 to 149 in between. It will vary, and we are given that. But if you want to connect some data, then process is the same like LDR, right? We are using some GPIO pins. You have to define, you have to take some that particular libraries. You can interact with that in real-time pulse sensors, and you will have to just mention those things, and then it will work, and it will just take all those values and it will send those values to you. Okay, and it's listening the run port on the 5000, and everything will be happened, initiating the data port value, this, and it is storing in the tx hash. Contact function is the add reading. Okay, so this is the all about this healthcare and like hospital monitoring, hospital garbage collections, light, street lighting, and all. So, and we can also store this data, but this is quite conscious data. So our goal to make this application to just store everything, the critical data to the blockchain, not to the cloud. Okay. Okay, then I think that's it from my side. I think it's everything went well. If you have any questions related to this, then you can ask me. And I think Prabhakar also have something. So do you want to share something, Prabhakar? You have something to, because he had also some global, I think quickly in the 5 minutes, he can 5 to 10 minutes, he can explain something. Then you will also get more insights if you don't have any questions here, because I love to spend some more time in this healthcare sensors, controller, Raspberry Pi. If because it is new for you, then we can talk more on this side.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, can we use like real-time ECG monitors to pass the data into the Raspberry Pi as to provide the analysis through it? Because that would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
pretty.
yeah, definitely. That's why the question is. So we can do the ECG sensor, pulse sensor. If you have like a diabetes monitoring system and is capable to interact with the Bluetooth device through Raspberry Pi, then we can do it any types of sense as well. Okay, one of the persons who is asking about Anurag Anand, my email ID. I think you can ask to the coordinator, but I would say that my email ID just connect the professional. And you can reach me out. Yes, one more thing. I think we have a time. So for Bhakar, I think it's a less time. I think your demonstration I can't really, I think is a cover in this short time. So I'm just going to the one of the project that is we are working with the Terrabound. I forget to share this actually. So this is right time actually. We have a couple of like 5 to 10 minutes, then we can discuss. And if you are interested in this such type of research innovation, because my company is basically working for this more on the research and development project. We are designing the proof of concepts. We are designing the real-time applications. We have a few collaborations with like European clients as well as some of them from the Dubai, Saudi Arabia. So here you can see, are you able to see my screen, right? So there is a Terrabound. There is one project that is very interesting project I found, and we are working together. And it's supposed to be start from the June to August, but still we are in the framing stage, and we are still doing the brainstorming to how to improvise these things. But more or less, it's all structurized. For this, we are trying to achieve this, ultimate prediction for the Ethernet platform, where the project target is that we can see the stock market, NEFTs, and everything, and we can take the prediction how and when it is observing, like going up and down. So with the help of the future forecast and all, and this everything's data will be like they can do stocking and everything to the exchange. So this is one of the parties. They are very good in the real estate business also, so they want to do some lottery, farming, pool mechanism. So these things they want to integrate with this project. They are looking for some machine learning models. They are also looking for some automated prediction suggestions, risk assessment algorithm, real-time market analysis, Ethereum mainnet integrations and available integrations, cross-chain liquidity pools, and dynamic XPs. So in the second phase, we have to achieve like gamifications, like a reputation system, social leaderboards, community challenges, like what they are facing, and so there is a lot like a team-based predictions also we can do. So there is it's like a type of a multi-channel platform. So there is a multiple applications will be there, and you can use it. You can do the transactions in the not only in this currencies of a country, but also you can do in this Bitcoin, because some countries Bitcoin is acceptable officially, but some countries that is not acceptable officially, like India. So you can do it, but it's your own risk. So this is the way. Second is the like enterprise solutions. You have to make it how to create the APIs and all, because there is a lot of whatever we've shown that this is the base equipment to achieve this target, and it is really funded by European Union. And this project is Armenia, one of the country that is we are working with this project, and we are trying to achieve this solution. So in the phase 6 innovation, how we have to go, achieve quantum resistant security, because we are currently what we are working on this is electric curve cryptography, ECC algorithms we are using them, right? But what will happen if we will like quantum computer will come that in the market suddenly, because most of the big industry leaders, they are working in the quantum computer, and it's not very far that like a quantum computer is will be also available for the public use. In that case, it's very easy to break this electric cryptography, or might be this blockchain technology. It can be. So in that case, we are working with the post quantum cryptography and those type of algorithms. Also, Infineon is also working in this one of the project. So we are did some small research, and we're trying to make more as much as so we will be ready for the future technologies also, and we can save our applications for the in the future, this as well as once quantum computer will come alive in our in the hands on, right? So that's all, and we have lots of AR VR predictions as we can do it. Training purposes also we are using this. So as told, Prabhakar is also working in this augmented reality applications, VR applications, and we have other projects that is we are using for the training purposes, augmented realities. We have few collaborations with the USA's and as well as in the Europe, and we are working with the Erasmus Plus. There is a project from the FFG, AWS. So they have a few of the collaborators. They are providing some funds for the research, and we are working for them. So yeah, if anyone who wants to join as a volunteer of the like open source project also we have. So if you are ready, and we are looking for the like enthusiast people who to do ready to do some collaborate in the industry level and learn something like, because in the I really find very grateful that here in this Europe mostly of the project is that is in the institution. So R&D work is mostly is done by the research institutes, and after that like industry is just more focusing on the business development and all those stuff. So there is a very good collaboration work, and that also I'm thinking in the future I will build in the our more the collaboration with the academias and industries, so we can work together and we can achieve our real-time problems that is in our society, and we will work in those areas also. So I will be happy if you will reach us, and you can just text me anytime if you are interested. You stuck somewhere in this any programming or something, you need some help. We have a good team. They can always ready to help you in this sector. And if you have some innovative idea or something you want to work collaboratively with us, most welcome. Or joint publications, research, or anything. Uh, I'm always open for this. Okay, so these are the details. Yeah, this is the financials. Okay, that is not needed. So this is the phase it, and this is maintenance and everything. So this is also the 3 to 4 years project we have. So yeah, if anyone who have a good knowledge and all, might be they can join us. We can have a big team. We can later on we can talk about. Okay, so any questions? So that's all from my side. And if anything you want to say, anything you want to share, your thoughts, then I would appreciate, yes, because I want to make more communicative. So I will also feel good. So whatever you are taking from us should be useful. It should not be like just one time. Okay. Thank you then. I think we are rich on time. Anything else? Anything, Prabhakar, you want to say something?
Yes, yes. We could also highlight about the research paper which we are working on currently, the IEEE one. That is also a part of the mixed reality development research paper. What we are doing is integrating embedded systems into with machine learning models as to be able to deploy them at